surge of Omicron cases in the U.S. is putting thousands of restaurants at risk of closing for good. According to the Independent Restaurant Coalition, nearly 60% of restaurants across the country lost more than half of their sales in December because of Omicron. While the Biden administration did set aside more than $28 billion in the American Rescue Plan for restaurants, that aid did not reach every business that needed help. Now, many of these restaurants say they are dangerously close to shutting down for good if they don't get assistance soon. For more on this, I want to bring in CBS News Money Watch reporter Megan Cerullo. Hi, Megan. Great to see you. So, exactly what sort of assistance from the federal government are these struggling restaurants hoping to get, and what is the possibility of them actually receiving it?
They need immediate cash grants like those that were provided by the Restaurant Revitalization Fund. The only problem was that there just weren't enough funds to go around. So the $28.6 billion were quickly depleted. There is new legislation. There's a piece of legislation called the Entree Act, aptly named. Entrepreneurs need timely replenishment for eating establishments that would refill the revitalization fund. And that's what restaurateurs say they need to survive. If they don't see the money, we won't see these independent establishments when we walk down the streets anymore.
So what is going to happen then if no relief comes? It doesn't look, likely that everyone's going to get the relief they need. So do you have an idea of how many restaurants may end up having to close permanently?
Well, we've seen roughly 90,000 closures to date. Unfortunately, we're in the midst of another wave of the virus, and 177,000 restaurants and bars applied for these funds and did not receive them. And they say that they're in danger of closing. Those establishments that didn't receive funds are more likely to have received an eviction notice or are anticipating receiving an eviction notice. And December, which is usually a really lucrative month for restaurants, given how people like to celebrate around the holidays, they rely on private party bookings, etc. A lot of folks canceled their plans because that was the height of this latest wave, and nearly 60% of restaurants say that their sales were cut in half in December. So they don't have those strong sales to buoy them through slower months like January. And business this month has gone from slow to almost non-existent, one restaurant owner told me.
It's such a shame because really before the Omicron wave hit, it looked like things were just, about to be back to normal, and a lot of restaurants were sort of buzzing again. I mean, here in New York, we saw all the sidewalk sort of extensions of restaurants that got built and seemed to be doing well. So it's a shame that this has happened again. If COVID cases, Megan, though, do drop again, like they've been here in New York and some of the larger cities that had the first leg of the COVID wave, will restaurants be able to recover on their own, or is this damage already done?
Like you said, it did seem like we were turning a corner, or we'd begun to. I was almost comfortable enough to start eating in restaurants again. But these days, people are fearful. It's obviously very cold outside, and so outdoor dining sales aren't up. And restaurants are struggling with staff members. They're out sick. And so even though there are no forced restrictions on capacity, for example, they're just not able to seat as many customers. And then to answer your question directly, the damage has already been done, and it's not going to be enough just for the virus to lift and for case.
Yep. Shalom. First and foremost, I let it give all praise, honor, glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to Elder Tahar and the rest of the elders that are firmly pushing the truth. Peace and blessings to the elect and the sincere warfare to watch and listen and learning. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and tackle that point right there where she was like, the damage is already done. There is no recovering from the damages that have been done concerning these food chains, which is beautiful, man. All right, beautiful. The woman said it looked like things were just turning. Okay, looked like restaurants were booming again. Well, you stupid ass people, you people don't understand that we're not in the time of America being built back up. We're actually in the time of the Heavenly Father throwing down America. This is what time that we're in. And you Babylonians are in for a rude awakening. Ain't nothing going back to normal. Okay, Babylon is gone. This is Jeremiah 51:8. And Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her, take balm for her pain. If so be, she may be healed. That's right, man. Take balm for her pain. And what is that? That's the she said $28 trillion care package that was set aside for these different restaurants and bars. Well, guess what? All that shit's been depleted. And 177,000 restaurants and bars applied for that aid. And guess what? They ain't gonna get none. They ain't gonna get none. And then on top of that, they can't dig themselves out of a hole themselves. So 177,000 food chain restaurants and probably more are going to be shutting down over here in Babylon the Great. Babylon through, man. Again, Jeremiah 51:8. Babylon is suddenly falling, destroyed. Yeah, man, this place is falling, bro. This place is through. Let's go into the word for falling. Let me see. The fall of violent death. Yep. Waste away. Yep. This place is wasted away. And through the spirit, what does Esau's name mean? Wasted away is he. It says to drop, cause to fail. Yeah, this place is failing. Now, the perfect time to bring this out. This is Isaiah chapter 19 and 14. It says, Yahweh hath mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof. Let's go into the word for perverse. It says here, distorting, warping. I like that. Warping. See what that says. Corrupt. So it's a corrupt spirit. Ooh, it says become or cause to become bent or twisted out of shape. In America, is bent or twisted out of shape. Comparing it to like 2015, 2016, this place is bent out of shape, bro. This place is through. Not like how it was in the 80s, 90s, or the early 2000s. It says Yahweh had mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof. As a drunken man staggereth in his vomit. That's right. Egypt is erring in every single work. Anything that America tries to do, shit is just going wrong. Because the Heavenly Father said this. Excuse me. Heavenly Father said this in the book of Malachi, chapter 1, and verse 4. It says, Wherefore Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom Yahweh hath indignation forever. See, that's so Edom, you can build all you want, but the Heavenly Father is going to keep on throwing down. Because the Heavenly Father is recompensing vengeance on you. Judgment. It's about time for this place to be destroyed. So anything you try to put your heart into, anything you try to do, the Heavenly Father is just going to mingle a perverse spirit. He's going to cause you to fail. All right, so this is verse 15. It says, neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or tail, branch or rush may do. That's right, ain't going to be no work in Egypt. Hey, because all these restaurants being closed down, guess what? The people that work there, the employees, they're going to be unemployed now. So now they're going to have to look for other jobs, which is already hard to do. It's already hard to find jobs, especially because this month they were short on pumping out jobs into the economy. So there's no work to do in Egypt. This place is just done. So all ambitions, all dreams, let it go. All right, 2022 is not going to be a better year. So back to Jeremiah 51:8 says, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her, take balm for her pain. If so be, she may be healed. And that balm was part of that CARES package, that $28 trillion that Biden set aside for these different restaurants. Well, all that has been ran through. And 177,000, it's through the spirit 77, completion. 177,000 or more fast food or restaurants or bars, they apply for that aid, but they ain't gonna get any because it's been gone. So they can't be healed and they're not gonna recover. just like what he said, because the damage has been already done. Verse 9, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. See, Babylon can't be healed. Forsake her, we got to forsake her. And let us go every one into his own country, for her judgment reacheth unto heaven, and it is lifted up even to the skies. You see that? So her judgment has reached into the heavens. Meaning what? That America has done piled upon a whole lot of sins. So now it's time for the Heavenly Father to bring forth judgment. This is Jeremiah 50:16. Cut off the sower from Babylon. And what does a sower do? Sower bring forth food. Cut off the sower from Babylon, and dealing with work as well. And him that handleth the sickle in the time of harvest. For fear of the oppressed and sword, they shall turn everyone to his people, and they shall flee everyone to his own land. Yeah, because they see America is on the verge of World War III. So now a lot of these people are taking flight back to their home country. But the point is, cut off the sower from Babylon. Yeah, cut off the work over here in Babylon the Great. There's no work over here. And this place is not what it used to be, where you can easily get a job. Nope, that's not how it is anymore. The Heavenly Father is really abasing this place. Ecclesiastes 12 and verse 1. Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. While the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain. That's right. And the sun, light, and moon, and stars dealing with this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Verse 3. It says, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened. See that? And the grinders cease, because they are few. The grinders are dealing with workers. It's about to cease, because all these jobs are closing down. All these different restaurants, these different bars, they are closing down. And guess what? Barbershops going to be next. Okay, hair salons, nail salons, all that is going to be next on the list to be closing down. Verse 4, and the doors shall be shut in the street. When the sound of the grinding is low, he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. And the point is, all the doors shall be shut in the streets, and the sound of grinding is low. Yup. All that's going to be out of there. Going to be no work. So that's what's going on in Babylon the Great. And with all that, all the mirth is going to be just sucked out of this place, man. All right, because people go to restaurants and bars to do what? Celebrate. Some go there to get drunk, to forget about their miserable ass life, the bars. But 9 times out of 10, people go to restaurants to celebrate. But all that is going to be done. All that is going to be done away with. Isaiah 24:7. The new wine mourneth, the vine languisheth, all the merry-hearted do sigh. That's right. All these people that was in a merry-hearted, spirit, or a spirit of mirth, they're going to be sighing. Verse 8. The mirth of tabrets ceaseth, the noise of them that rejoice endeth, the joy of the harp ceaseth. See that? All those stuff, all the celebrations, all the partying, all the he and ha, all that is going to be gone, bro. All of it. Jumping down to verse 11. There is a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. Yep, the mirth of America is slowly leaving. Not even slowly, like fastly. Like it's hastening. Like nobody is in a joyful spirit anymore. Hey, because these people are beat down. These people are defeated. They already accepted defeat for 2022. They waiting on 2023. And Yahweh Tazah, we're not even going to make it there. And let's just say we do. Man, mayhem, chaos. It's going to be very chaotic. All right, so with that, I'm going to close out. Yahweh Tazah, if you brothers and sisters will edify, keep pushing. With that being said, Shalom.